I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Hello, welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I am your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
Yeah, buddy.
We just got off a super full wrestling babble where we talked about WrestleMania and all the wonderful wrestling events that happened these past few weeks. This is a week after everything, but we're here with another episode, and we're leading off with a double verdict. Because this week we're doing double duty because time is very short because of, Infinity. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns duty. So Infinity War will be upon us shortly. So we're gonna do 2 in 1 because we don't have that many weeks left. So
we also have 2 more movies left too.
This is true. So this week we're gonna do Guardians Volume 2, and we're gonna do Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes.
And since I super saw Spider-Man: Homecoming before this, it's super fresh in my mind. So you might have to carry me through Guardians just a little bit.
Fine. All right. So the first one will be Guardians because Guardians came out before Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians, again, it was a different. Pretty much, it went more towards the story of Star-Lord's father, who he was, and everything like that. I did like I think it was more comedy than anything, as in they added more like Rocket and Groot always make me laugh, but Rocket was extremely funny in this one. And then
I don't want to just call him Batista. I know Drax had some more time to shine and flesh himself out.
I think he was great in it too. He was a really great character. I really enjoyed him as a character in this movie. I think it really shows his character a bit more. We got introduced to some new characters within the Guardians.
Yes.
And it was a fun movie. Soundtrack was again good, but not as good as the first.
Mm-hmm.
But it really fit the movie's tone.
Yeah. Very unique thing for Guardians, and I hope they keep that up. Like if they make, I'm sure there's gonna be more down the line, maybe.
Yeah, Volume 3 is already set.
But like, I do hope that's the thing. That's Guardians' thing, is the soundtrack being very closely tied to events from the movie, or at least with the main character.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hope they keep that with it as well. You got introduced to the Golden people. I forgot the name of their race, but they are the race of Adam Warlock. So pretty much towards one of the bonus scenes, you see them. I shall name him Adam.
Are they human, or are they not human? You know what I mean? Are they living beings, or are they all somewhat created from something?
They're living beings, but they're all they're cloned perfectly.
Okay.
So that's the difference of them. They don't even fight in their ships. Their spaceships are like video games.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. The arcade cabinet feel of them shooting down stuff in space while on that thing. Yeah, that brought back some memories.
It also told a story within the team, like him, Rocket, and Star-Lord was going back and forth a lot in this movie. Just the fact that they one was looking more towards everything, and the other one wants to be able to live.
Yeah.
And want money and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you had a little heated rivalries between them two as well. But then in the end, and within all, they actually really do care about each other, and it actually shows. Yondu returns, and Yondu was a big factor in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of his past is fleshed out. and you get to see him in action on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And one of the coolest scenes in the movie, like him whistling and killing. Was they were taking over a ship, or was that a prison? I forget.
That was a prison. Well, it was the prison ship.
Okay.
The prison was inside the ship.
Okay. All right.
The prison was inside the ship, and pretty much they took over. Pretty much they sent Groot to get the headpiece for Yondu, and he brought back underwear. He brought back everything, but he's like, you know what? Get his eye.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's a throwback to his original look.
Yeah.
And then they also do a small nod to the other actual Guardians of the Galaxy, the original characters, right? Like,
yeah,
isn't Sylvester Stallone's character like supposed to is he loosely based on one of them?
He's loosely based on the Captain America one.
Okay.
And then you had that really big black dude that he's one of them as well.
All right. And at the end, the ship that come, all those people, are they people from the books, or are they not?
They're the Ravengers. They're all like different sectors of the Ravengers, and they all like come pay respect to Yondu. Yondu was one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's the reason why he's a big part of the movie. Is the fact that he wanted James Gunn wanted to keep one of the main ones, the original ones, close to the movie. So Yondu was the one he picked, because Yondu was the more unique one. He was the one that's more like, if you know Guardians, if you know the history of Guardians, you know Yondu.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and I really liked the characters. Like I may not be your father, but I am your daddy kind of thing.
I'm your daddy. You love how Michael Booker says daddy.
Yeah, I liked his character a lot. I liked the fact that he was really a father figure to him, and they started showing more of what he did to protect Star-Lord than the fucked up shit he said that he was doing.
Yes, exactly.
I will feed you to some. So I liked that characteristics and stuff like that. A lot of the songs had to deal with daddy issues, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually dig the fact that a lot of the songs, the soundtracks did fit the movie. It just wasn't as diverse as the first movie was.
Okay.
Because the first movies, the soundtrack was very diverse. You had like the Ooh Child, you had fucking Michael Jackson 5, you had a lot of different genres of music. This one had a lot more light rock. And
I got you.
Bass. Yeah. So it was cool though, and I really enjoyed it.
I have questions because I just want to know where these things compare to what they changed. The father, he wasn't always Ego, or was he somebody else?
No, he's Ego. Well, in the comic book, it wasn't Ego. Okay. It was another dude. He was an alien and stuff like that, but it wasn't Egon. He wanted to bring Ego in as a character, and I think that's what he went with and changed the character up, so he could bring in Edon to be a connection to Star-Lord, which made him a sentient and shit like that. So it made more sense in the movie, and the way they did him, because he is a planet, he's a living planet. So how they did him, I thought it was smart how they did it.
Yeah, as a fan, if you had told me that this was the way they were going to do it, I'd be fine with it because it came out great.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you ever watch Futurama, the episode where they kind of take they kind of spoof Married with Children. That there's an alien that pretty much looks like Al Bundy, and he pretty much went through every single planet and started getting a wife from a different planet. So he had like several wives. And so I think he gets Layla to fall in love with him. She comes to the planet and she reprises her role as Peggy Bundy.
Oh wow!
And so in the end of that episode, you see all the creatures that up. And they all want child support from him.
Oh no!
So this is what Ego reminded me of. It was that because he went to different places and tried to make kids with them. And then they also kind of explained that he actually is the one that killed his mother. and which it was a sad moment in that sense because he had to watch his mother die and everything like that.
Yes.
But I thought it was a good character build for Star-Lord, seeing that no one really knows nothing about Star-Lord. So this is a thing about Guardians that I think Marvel is doing right with, is the fact that you don't really have to go within the depth of the comics with Guardians, because no one knows anything about the Guardians of the Galaxy comics.
Okay.
It's not like a big mainstay like X-Men and Avengers that those are the big teams. Guardians was not a big team until now because of the Guardians movie.
Yes.
So
basically.
So they could make these characters whatever they want them to be. And you'll think that's from the comic because you never knew about the comic book.
Exactly. But
So
they do so good that even if they turn something differently, it's like at least they're doing the source material some type of justice, even if
exactly
the same.
Exactly. So this is I enjoyed Guardians 2.
Yes, me too.
I'll say the first one was better just because the first one was more unique in its status, but this one was a good storyteller and a good character building for everyone that was in the movie.
Gotcha.
You see a baby Groot, and then you see teenage Groot in the bonus stages, and then you see one of my favorite ones was Stan Lee talking to the Owatus.
Yes, that's probably my favorite Stan Lee cameo.
You see Howard the Duck again in one of the clubs they go to. And then the other bonus. Yeah. What was the other bonus one? Most of the bonus ones were more towards the movie than actually leading to Infinity War.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah, so there was one for Adam Warlock.
Yes.
There was one for Groot, teenage Groot. And then there was the Stan Lee with the Watus.
Okay.
Those are the 3 scenes that you got bonus with it.
Okay.
So we have 3.
Yeah.
Again, a really fun movie. Really funny. You get a good laugh out of it. Don't pass it up. It's one of the. It's not a key Marvel Cinematic Universe movie going into Infinity War, but it's a good movie nonetheless.
Did it? Like, I'm trying to refresh. Did it have any type of real connection to? Well, what was its connection to the other larger universe of Marvel?
The fact that he held a Infinity Stone and Gamora and the other one being his daughters. That's about it. This movie, it didn't add any new knowledge that we needed to know or anything, or introduce any new artifacts or anything. No.
Okay. So yeah, it was more of a self-contained thing. Okay.
Yeah, it was a self-building thing. It was like building characters and stuff like that more than it. And then we got Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes.
This was amazing. A team up between Sony Pictures and the Marvel MCU, because we got our first appearance of the new Spider-Man in Avengers Infinity Civil War.
Yes.
So if you didn't listen to our cast before, we had a verdict of Civil War about 2 weeks ago. So we get our single movie of Spider-Man: Homecoming, which the homecoming coming to, like, it was like a homecoming dance and shit.
Yeah, basically you find out that that's not anything for actual Spider-Man. Although it can be a double entendre. It can mean 2 things. Him finally coming home to Marvel.
Yeah.
But also, yes, it was time for homecoming.
So this is the first time you'll say, damn, Aunt May.
I don't think they ever did any flashbacks of the original Aunt May, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. Also, but I will say though, I do like there's a part it's kind of early in the movie where he has to give a message to Aunt May with Tony, and he's riding with him, and he says, "Oh, I hope she's wearing something sexy." And then you get back later in the movie, and she says, "I really don't like Tony Stark. I just don't like him." Yeah, so I thought that was funny.
I really love this movie.
It's the thing I really like about it is that from the beginning to end, it just feels connected because you see something in the beginning, and you can, as you progress throughout the movie, you can start to call back to things that you saw, and it's like this movie is full of that, where it's like, oh, a moment happened here, bam, oh, that's why this happened. Like the connection with Vulture and his school, his high school. Like, what does Vulture have to do with his high school? Oh, well, he's his main love interest father, huh?
Yeah.
So there's plot twists that you didn't see coming, but they're all handled well. It's like that was done in another movie where the father was like a killer.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it wasn't Cape Fear. There was something else like that, but it just gave it added another vibe to the movie. That whole dynamic, the fact that there were so many villains in the movie and they weren't all costumed, but they were in there.
Yeah,
because you said we had. I didn't see Rhino. I didn't recall Rhino.
Well, Rhino was the guy that was with Scorpion.
Understood.
His name is Alexander.
Understood. Okay.
His real name. Scorpion, which highlighted scene that I've been going through Far Cry 5. Far Cry 3, the main villain of Far Cry 3 is the guy that plays Scorpion.
Yes. Okay.
And he played Boss in Far Cry 3.
Yes. And he's in there looking all types of badass and villainous.
Yeah, and then you have one thing that I liked about this movie is that it made sense of how they made their weapons. Is the fact that they stole the alien technology that was left over the debris because they were hired to clear the debris of what the Avengers did. Yeah,
and this movie actually progresses throughout time, so they give you a time span of like 8 years, and then there's another like jump to like 6 months for something else that happens too.
Yeah.
So like this progresses throughout the timeline. So I appreciate that at least that they put that. Oh yeah. So while all this stuff was happening, this whole universe on the side was actually becoming a thing.
Yeah.
So kudos to them for doing the legwork, because it could have just been a self-contained thing, but they wove it into the fabric of the universe. So
yeah. What do you think of the villain, Vulture?
I thought he was good. I thought he was the perfect type of thing. Again, see, we just talked about it with Guardians. They didn't do exactly what they did in the books. He wasn't rich. Adrian Toomes wasn't the billionaire that he usually is, the crusty old man. But they changed his origin up a bit, and he fit perfectly. Although I will say, to me, he more felt like a goblin.
Yeah,
the way things turned out. Oh, that's what it was. It was Harry that was the one that he gave me the vibes. He gave me the vibes of Harry because he knew something. He knew who he was, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, and especially when they first met each other.
Yeah, he figured it out, and like, so you weren't exactly in the elevator, were you? But you were in DC, huh? Yeah, like the way he pieced it together and the way he was like sinister about it.
Yeah,
like, that really reminded me of a goblin.
Then you also had like a lot of more of his friends that are in the schools and shit like that. So you had Liz Allen, you had Michelle, which lined up being MJ.
Was that girl with the black thing supposed to be Gwen Stacy?
No.
Okay, because she had the blonde hair and a little black headband.
No, it was Liz Hardy, Liz, I forgot her last name. Which is the main one that he started liking. Yeah, that's a love interest. And then you had Mary Jane Michelle, which was MJ, which was kind of like Mary Jane Watson. Which she was kind of her one-liners were kind of funny as well.
She was funny throughout the entire movie.
Then you had his best friend, which is taken from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, they changed what Ned Leeds is like.
Yeah.
But Ned Leeds in the original universe, he's a villain.
Yeah.
So interesting.
But in the Ultimate Universe, that's lined up being his best friend. That was Miles Morales' best friend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then you had little hints of Prowler within Donald Glover.
That's what he's supposed to be.
And then he did say, "My nephew lives in this town," which is his nephew is Miles Morales.
Okay. Cool.
So there's a lot of Easter eggs in that sense, and then also Sony is actually producing a Spider-Verse movie this year, which is going to be starring. His name now is Spidey, but
So they differentiated.
Yeah, Miles Morales. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's going more towards the original Ultimate Spider-Man, his Ultimate Spider-Man origin, pretty much.
Okay, got you.
But I really love this movie. I love the take on Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland did an amazing job as Spider-Man.
I like how, all right, here's the thing that I thought was cool. When he queensed it up, when he saved them in the elevator in Washington Monument, you heard his accent? Like, hey, you guys all right? Like, I was dying. I was like, jeez.
I like the fact that he has a lot of growing pains. Like, he's growing into being a better hero and stuff like that. One thing I've been saying, I think I said this during the Civil War thing, and I say it during this one, they never really mention or say anything about the spider sense.
No, it just happens.
Yeah. So, like, in our take, it would just be a reflex than it actually being something that's in his mind and everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, that's kind of... I mean, I see, an argument for either one, some type of visible representation, but also it's just, oh, well, he did something that nobody else would have reacted to anyway, so it's kind of like, oh, you know how he did that. So.
But it's also the fact that he's in the beginning stages, so basically he's still learning his power, so probably maybe in the sequel or maybe the next time he appears, he starts really showing it.
Yeah, but he still has it, because there's a few moments where he just says something and then something happens.
Yeah. Like
on the boat, there's like, he uses it there. Well, it happens that in a moment where you can identify it. So, but just damn, even though the montage of them looking at the tractor was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Of him and his fridge was just enamored with that hologram.
Yeah.
I thought was cool. Just like you think about it, you guys are like super tech nerds, and you're just like, you've got Iron Man's toys in your room. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course you would just nerd the fuck out like that. So yeah, I love this movie. Like, I love the take on Spider-Man. I like that he was witty, he was very talkative, and it wasn't corny jokes either. It was like something that Spider-Man would say. Yes. That's the thing about Spider-Man. He's not really corny. He's poignant is what he is. He says something that's relevant to what's happening. Yeah. It's just annoying for the villains. That's all. Exactly. And the reason why he does it, and he always, like, they actually explain why he does it in the comic books, is the fact that he's nervous as shit and he thinks he's going to die. So him joking around calms his nerves. Mm-hmm. So although, having just looked up and now remembering who Nez Leeds is, I can't wait for the eventual heel turn. Because that would be some shit. Yeah. I just thought about that. He knows his identity. He knows all that tech. Oh boy. They did a different take with Flash Thompson. He's more of the... Still a dick. He's still a dick, but he's more of the I'm a rich nerd. I'm a rich... Well, yeah, he was more intelligent than the actual Flash would have been. Yeah, because and Peter's in a specialized class, so he wouldn't be. You think about it, that makes sense too. He wouldn't really be in a class with a jock. Yeah, because he's a science. He excels at science, so he would be in honors science classes and stuff like that. Yeah. So again, they did a really good job with this movie, though. Like just building the characters around him and everything like that. I love the suit. The suit went old school. I love the emotion in the eyes. Because it feels like the comic book. I like the moment when he was going through the backyards and stuff, and the eyes were bugging out, and it freaked the two girls out. Yeah. Like, that made me laugh. Like, oh, shit. It's just because that's something that you heard for years. They're never going to get the eyes right. They can never get the eyes. And look, they fucking did it. It just took time. It just took time. Even the whole scene with him getting stuck in that weapon base or the warehouse was fucking great, because he started talking to the AI. He had a conversation with the AI, and he learned how to use his powers, which is something again Spider-Man would do. Yeah, he learned how to use all that shit that he didn't know. Like when he first took off the training wheels protocol, that was pretty funny when the dudes were like, I think I heard something. Oh, you better turn on the thing so you don't break your arm. And then it's them, the villains inside of the van trying to figure out how to use their tech. Yeah. And then it's Spider-Man walking around fumbling outside, trying to learn how to use his. It was a funny dynamic that if you didn't really pay attention, you wouldn't get what it was, but it was actually pretty cool.
Death mode.
Yeah, instant kill on. No, I don't want to kill you. Like his eyes went red and narrowed in.
Yeah,
that was cool.
They did a lot of good things, and I really can't wait for the sequel. I really can't wait to see Spider-Man again in MCU. I like his interactions with everybody.
And I don't know, but it is Marvel, and I do like the subtle nods to some of the moments that have happened in Spider-Man's life, like him holding the ferry together with that motion with him looking like Jesus in the middle. But like that's happened before in the books. Not the ferry exactly, but like moments like that where he's done things to save a ton of people, but he's just sitting there looking like a martyr and whatnot. Then they had the thing with the iconic, like the fight with him and Vulture, but when he's on top of the plane and he's clawing at him with the wings, like just fucking like if you frame that up and put it in a with the comic book amazing Spider-Man logo at the top, it could have been a moment. Like
the lift of the debris over him, that was like a very famous.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
That was a very famous scene, and that was one of the times that they actually showed Spider-Man's true strength is when he lifted all that debris off him, because he lifted over 10 tons off of that.
Again, that's that part of him developing as a character. He's still a teenager. He's freaking out.
Yeah.
And then he has to have a moment of, I'm Spider-Man. Wait a second.
Yeah.
I love it. The fucking come on Spidey, come on Spider-Man, come on Spider-Man. It's moments like that made that movie really like it took it above just being, this is a good movie, to being a great movie. Like there's little things that you put in of character development, of iconic poses, moments, all that stuff, and you add it together and like you get this movie. And to be perfectly honest, this is right up there for me with Captain America.
Yeah,
this is my first time seeing it.
I know, and this is the thing, I was excited for you because I knew it was the first time you ever watched the movie, so I was waiting for your feedback on it, because again, this is the first time you watched it. I've seen it a few times, and I love the movie, like it's like that. So seeing that a new take on it, your first time watching it and stuff like that, I think they got Spider-Man nailed in this movie. Like I like Tom Holland as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. I liked it. Andrew Garfield just as Spider-Man.
Yes, I agree.
I like Tobey Maguire just as Peter Parker.
I got
So Tom Holland, I liked him as both. I think he did a good job of balancing the two characters. He was still like very shy and different when he was Peter Parker, but when Spider-Man, he was a bit more confident, but still that learning curve there. And I like the fact that he is still learning. He's building to become the better Spider-Man as well. So you have the whole dynamic there too.
I was gonna say it adds to it that he's actually young. You don't have 40-year-old Tobey Maguire. And you don't have Andrew Garfield, who still looks more mature.
Yeah,
you have a guy who's, I mean, sure, by now he's older, but back then when they were filming and stuff, at least he looked like a teenager.
He looks his age.
Exactly. He looks like a damn teenager. He looks like he should be in high school, not like he should be in, his last year of college or something. And thank God, I like the twist with MJ, and I'm just gonna say thank God no Kristen Dunst look-alike or anything like that. Oh my God, I don't like that lady.
I like
as Mary Jane.
I like how diverse his friends were and stuff too.
I like the nod to the first movie of the suit saying "kiss her," and he just falls down the elevator shaft. Like again, like that's fucking amazing. Like stuff like that is what makes this movie really, really, really good.
And then the Easter egg I told you before our podcast was. The guy actor that plays Vision, he was also the voice of Jarvis. He's married to the actress Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connelly was the voice of Spider-Man's suit.
Yes, she's an AI in this movie. So there you go.
The married couple is the AIs of the suits.
Was there ever a female Vision?
Well, now yes, because he has kids.
Oh, okay.
He has a daughter and a son.
They have red skin and they look like people.
They look like Vision.
They don't have hair?
Vision's girl has hair.
Oh, okay. Oh, poor son.
Yeah.
He's got no hair.
No, he has hair. He has the
Oh.
spiky hair. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he has the long blonde hair.
Okay.
I was like, Vision, you're not with Scarlet. How she got blonde hair?
Alright, and we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have this podcast, the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. And that should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better I Swear podcast as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you.
You got explaining to do.
One of these things is not like the other.
You got explaining to do.
No say.
I love the Homecoming. Homecoming was an amazing movie. It's probably up there with my top 5 because, I'm such a huge Spider-Man fan. So I'm just pretty much me being the Spider-Man fan I am. I already have like pretty much just. I'm straight with Spider-Man. So basically, I'm doing this movie. I'm kind of. Damn, I can't even think of the word to say right now. But
content.
I'm content with the movie, but it's more that I have more faith in. I have more.
You're not worried. You're not gonna fuck it up.
I have more faith in Spider-Man now than I ever before, and then also I have. I'm a Spider-Man fan, so pretty much I knew I was gonna love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very into this one to make it the way it is, keep it the way it is. I'm looking forward to see how they'll build the world of like of Norman Osborn, because he's gonna come back eventually.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors that Doc Ock is gonna be the next villain, so they're gonna introduce him again. They're gonna start introducing a lot of the new things that are a part of the new Spider-Man.
We didn't mention the suit too. At the end of the movie, you get to see the new suit, and it's supposed to be, because we know how the story is. It's supposed to be the Iron Spider suit, but when you look at it, it very much looks like it's a variation of the Superior Spider-Man suit, which I thought was cool.
I you know what? I like that it is, but it has the gold trims as Iron Man.
Trim, yeah. You gotta have the nod to Tony, yeah.
I did like. You know what? There was one thing I did not say anything. Couple of things. One was the whole Iron Man, Spider-Man.
The relationship.
The relationship was fucking great.
Yep.
The Happy Hogan and Parker was hilarious.
Yes.
Then the Captain America being in the gym class.
Shout outs to Hannibal Buress, the gym teacher, and the guy in detention. Oh man, he had me rolling. He was like, "I'm supposed to show you this guy's a war criminal. I'm supposed to show you this anyway." That shit had me dying. And then again, also that lets you know what the time period is.
Yeah,
that means this is happening at least during the Civil War.
Yeah,
because he's a war criminal. His name hasn't been cleared yet.
Yeah.
So again, letting you know when it's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a fantastic movie. I loved it.
Yeah. There's just too many good things going on, man, at all times. And you look at it on every level. I'm a person watching a movie level, great. I'm a Marvel fan watching a Marvel movie, it's amazing. I'm a fan of fiction, and I'm following along different continuities, and this is a thing that this is continuing on. I'm like, they fit it in the world, so on all levels it succeeds. So kudos. A plus.
And then also I'm very biased of Spider-Man, so basically I'm gonna.
Let me tell you.
Spider-Man first.
I'm happy that Logan is not in the MCU, so I don't have to choose which one I like more. Because that's a fucking amazing movie. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. But so that's our verdict for our two movies. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming. Definitely go check them out. They're really good movies. I'm happy Sony's actually playing ball with Disney, so we're actually gonna have some good Spider-Man movies now.
Some amazing Spider-Man movies.
Or spectacular.
All right, you know what?
Seeing that they used the amazing name before,
Spectacular
would be sensational.
But I didn't like the artist on Spectacular. That was what's his name? Wasn't that the guy that drew Punisher? Yeah. I'm not a fan of that his art style.
Or it could be the Web of.
Okay.
Or sensational.
Ooh, wait a second.
Or just damn, Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Peter Parker Spider-Man, not Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I thought we were going there. Oh.
He should have amazing friends.
I mean, listen, what was the girl? Firestar and Iceman, right? Yeah. Why not?
That's
Fuck it.
Fox.
Fuck it. Oh, god damn it. Not anymore, right?
No,
not anymore.
Well, not yet until 2019.
Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. They keep just drag it on longer and longer. Why don't you?
Yep.
We're trying to avoid nuclear war here. Come on.
So,
faster.
Yeah, so our next verdict will be Thor 3. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie. I'll tell you that one early. Like it was just a fun ride. It was just a really fun ride.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So on other news, after Donkey Kong controversy, Guinness Book removes all Billy Mitchell's records. So Billy Mitchell's, you ever watched the documentary King of Kong? It was a base
him and Steve Levy,
them chasing the top score of Donkey Kong. This guy became a known Guinness Book of Record dude for all video games. Like he had the highest score on Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and he got caught cheating.
Yeah, it's just so stupid how he used an well, you have the thing. The facts and stuff. So
yeah. So Mitchell used a multiple arcade machine emulator to achieve some record scores that have been said to be performed on arcade machines in violation of the Twin Galaxy rules. In light of this, Guinness Book of World Records will also be removed. So pretty much the fact that that Twin Galaxy cheating, he got caught cheating on the Twin Galaxy game. They're going to remove all his records.
Yeah. So the whole thing is what he was doing now was, I guess they're not performing live. You're not standing in front of machines at the arcade like they would back in the day.
Yeah.
He's supposedly doing it on an arcade machine at home and sending in the videotape footage. Now, how the hell that's submissible all this time, I don't understand. But apparently, he wasn't doing it on a machine and was using I think it was like some type of MAME or something.
Yeah.
And that can give you a favorable outcome, I guess. He can work it to his favor, so basically he's cheating.
Yeah.
And that sucks, because why would you even do that? That's my whole thing. Like, it's such an easy thing to just either give up the record, like, by losing, or to just fucking do it on a machine at an arcade or something. You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't get it.
You'll think like if they're gonna do the whole Guinness Book of Records, they'll want to actually be there present to watch it happen.
Oh no! See, that's the whole thing. That's why I was like, he's stupid, because the Guinness stuff, yes, they do in live, but he submitted this to Twin Galaxies, which is the board.
Yeah.
For this whole thing. So they were. I kind of feel like, how did they accept this?
Yeah.
When did they start accepting tapes of gameplay? Like
they started a couple years, like quite a few years ago, because even in during the King of Kong, he submitted a tape to beating his score on Miss Pac-Man.
That's
did you remember? Yeah, he did that shit.
No, it's been a long time since I watched it. It's been a long time.
So it's sad, Luckily, he has a restaurant and shit.
Luckily he has a successful business. Yeah,
and he actually has a good barbecue sauce. He has a decent hot sauce too. He'd be fine. But yeah, so the King of Kong pretty much shows that he was actually the true villain.
Yeah, basically. I mean, most people thought it anyway, but yeah, he really was.
He was presented wrong, and he was presented in that way. But honestly, like if you heard his interviews outside of the whole thing and everything like that, the fact that he invited Weebly to come play and shit. They don't say that in the documentary. Like he actually had him come to play and shit. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like there's a lot of things they don't say, but now he is looked at as a villain because he cheated.
And it's just it just makes me upset because it was such a senseless thing to do.
Yeah.
But I guess when you want to get things down to the pixel, you find any way to get it your way so you can keep those records. So, well, I'm glad he got found out.
There you go.
Justice.
Cut that damn mullet.
Cut that tie off.
You're not American no more.
No, he's a true American now.
Yeah.
Keep the win.
Yeah, so that was some news in that sense. Funny news that I actually really want to see this movie now is the fact that Rampage got really decent reviews.
I mean, you know what? After Jumanji got good reviews,
Jumanji was actually really funny.
See, that's the whole thing. I'm like, well, I couldn't be 100% down on this movie because The Rock's in it, and usually he doesn't do like shit movies. It's been a long time since Scorpion King, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, I have a question. Did you see what's the one, San Andreas?
I liked it.
See, and I thought, and, you know, most people would say, well, this what about San Andreas? And you just said, oh, it's all right. So
it wasn't bad. Like I got what they were doing with it. It wasn't great, but it was watchable. It wasn't like, you know what's funny? The chick that's in his love interest in San Andreas that plays his wife.
Okay.
What's up? She's in like 4 different movies with him as his wife. Yeah.
Okay.
He has his type, I guess. But Rampage got good reviews. It's actually being stated as the best reviewed video game movie ever.
So up until then, what was it? Was it like, it wasn't like Doom or anything?
No, because even Rock said like I did Doom, so I have.
Yeah, just hold on to that. Okay.
He's like, I have to redeem myself.
First person scene was so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
I don't know who had it, but there were not.
I know
there's not a lot of good.
Pretty highly. I know that. I know. What about Ready Player One? That came out before this.
But that's not.
It's not based on a video game.
No, it's not.
Shit. I know.
Yeah. It's not considered a video game movie. Same thing with Pixels.
Tomb Raider. Yeah, even Tomb Raider came out before this.
Tomb Raider got the okay reviews. It wasn't that crazy, but a lot of people liked it because Angelina Jolie has.
Yeah, you're right.
What I liked.
No, I like the first one. The first one was pretty good. The second one was dumb.
You know, then Jenkins we had last week talked about the Tomb Raider.
Oh, the reboot.
He said that was the Assassin's Creed was terrible. Prince of Persia was another terrible movie.
I like Prince of Persia. I like Ben Kingsley in that movie.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Fuck, I'm blanking on the main guy's name, but like
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal. Yeah, that was a fun movie for me. I had fun watching it.
I couldn't stay up on it.
You know why? Because I played Sands of Time, and that was loosely based on Sands of Time. And I was like, all right, that's actually pretty good.
Okay. And then you had a lot of crap movies. You had like House of the Dead, which was terrible.
Oh yeah, list all those Uwe Boll movies. Yeah.
Blood everything Rain. He touched.
Yeah, Blood Rain.
Yeah.
Garbage. Blood Rain 2. Yes, it happened.
Yeah.
I think there was a 3.
Yeah, so there was a lot of really bad movies. So yeah, video game movies don't get a lot of credit that it should, but yeah, in that sense, Rampage got reviewed probably the best video game movie of all time. It looks like a fun ride. It just looks like it's going to be a crazy action fun movie. So I'm definitely going to go try to see it. I'm going to see it in the matinee probably tomorrow.
All right, nice.
And I like The Rock, so I support what he does. Right now, actually, John Cena is beating The Rock in box office.
Oh, because of Blockers?
Yeah.
Is that good?
I heard it was really funny.
Okay.
I want to see it. I'll probably catch a date. Probably maybe Tuesday when it's $5. I'll go see it.
All right, not bad, not bad.
But yeah, that's that. I'm still going through Far Cry. I have put episode part 6, 7, 8, and 9. I have episode 10 today.
Gotcha.
Going through it, I just unlocked Cheeseburger the bear and Peaches the Kruger.
Cheeseburger is already my favorite character. It's a bear named Cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood bear too. It's like a famous bear that has like
oh shit.
They have bobbleheads and shit that you gotta look for and stuff like that of that bear.
That's even better.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, definitely check out the gameplay. I'm doing it on Twitch on Mark with the Mic, and I'm also I'll post it on YouTube like the next day on Mark with the Mic on YouTube.
Good stuff. I'm still doing Metal Gear. I just finished the tanker. Like I kind of stretched it out because it's really short.
Yeah.
Like if you really ran through the first part of Metal Gear Solid 2, the tanker chapter, if you really ran through that, you could do that shit in an hour. But number one, it's on hard, and number two, I put if I get spotted, it's a game over.
Okay.
So I put a little challenge to it. So this run, I'm making sure I don't just run through and get spotted, because that makes the game too easy. Okay. I'm not killing everybody because I don't like shooting up people in the old Metal Gears because the controls aren't as good as 5 for like just mowing people down, because it's very awkward where you hold your gun out and you can't move unless you hold another button. It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. If you know what you're doing, it works, but it's weird. So, going through that, and that's pretty good. So next parts are gonna start having everybody's former least favorite Metal Gear character. Not everybody loves him because of Rising, but Raiden.
I like Raiden.
I didn't like him at first. The first time I played part 2, I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, because you're expecting to play as Snake.
You know how long it was between that game and Metal Gear Solid 2? It was years. It was a whole system, dude. Like it was a long time.
I like Raiden because when you go through the game and you learn his story, he has kind of a fucking sick story.
Yeah, he does. He has that mentorship from the villain, same way Solid Snake has with Big Boss. So it's basically just history repeating itself.
Exactly.
So, but I grew to love him. He's fun to play as. Like he gets to have the more fun sections of the game anyway. So it's all good. Yep. And he gets to run around naked at the end.
Yeah, you gotta see butt cheeks.
And naked and doing cartwheels. I love it.
Naked cartwheels in the last video.
Okay. I'll try to get that as a screenshot.
There you go. Naked butt.
Hope they don't take it down.
Uh-oh. You're dealing with censors. The other news, Red Dead Redemption is getting an HD. It got an HD.
It got an upgrade.
They got an upgrade for Xbox One X.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have Xbox One X and you own Red Dead Redemption, or you can still buy it on because one of the backwards compatible games, you'll get a full 4K presentation of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, there was I'm trying to see it. It just happened last week. It was Red Dead and it was like 2 other games.
Yeah, damn. Red Dead was the main one that they did though.
No, I know, but it's a lot of stuff is coming, like it's getting bumped up soon. So, they actually have it. Okay, I'll put that there. There's a small thing they have. Major Nelson has it posted up. He's got the list of everything so far that was backwards compatible that got bumped up.
Cool.
So,
another news: new Onimusha trademarks filed by Capcom.
Oh, it's about time. Because Jesus, the last game was on PS2.
Yeah, part 3.
No, there was another one.
There was?
Yeah, the main character was Sulky, I think it is. He's a blonde demon, half demon guy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like nobody played that game, but it actually plays really good. That's the bad part. Like that game plays really good. And it had Guile and Cammy in it.
Oh, okay.
And special characters that you can unlock for like a certain mode. So I mean, I'm happy. Like, when's the Lost Planet trademark? So you can take it back from whatever shitty American developer. You know, oh my god, they killed that series. Did you ever play Lost Planet 3?
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's just say I have a friend. He put out some gameplay videos, and even in the gameplay videos, because he was trying to be a fan of it, because he was a fan of the series. It was just buggy. It was ugly, and the multiplayer was just bad. Like, I do not like Lost Planet 3 at all, and I feel bad that that's the exclamation point / shit stain on the record of that game. Like, some people are hit or miss on 2, and I did a playthrough and put it up on YouTube. Yeah. But like, 3 is awful, and I wish that upon no game series. I really don't. Fuck that developer. I forgot what. I think they made that game Legendary that also flopped. Which I like. Why would you give a flopping developer another game to flop with? Yuck.
Damn floppers.
Yep. Yup.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, Capcom trying to get back a lot of things. They're doing the Mega Man X Legend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
So you're getting all the games. You're getting 1 through 4 on the first volume, and you're getting 5 through 7, which 7 was terrible.
Oh, no, they're giving you all of them. You get 8. They put 8 in there. Like there's a trailer. Just I think I retweeted it.
There's 2 parts though.
No. Yeah, there's Mega Man Collection, Mega Man X Collection Part 1 and Part 2, but Mega Man X8 is in there.
X7 was terrible.
I think everything after 6 was like, just forget about it.
That's because it went in 3D, and 3D was bad.
Yeah, no bueno.
Axel was a crap character.
Yeah. Why? Like, I don't even know what they were going for. I thought for the longest time that Axel was a female character. I was like, okay, they made a female. Axel's just a dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. But also tying into Mega Man, Monster Hunter Spring Update, they put in a new quest from Friday to the end of the event, I believe. Yeah. Well, actually, no. It's gonna be from the 13th to the. Oh no, it's gonna be to the end. The 13th to the 26th, so you get 13 days to do it. Which actually the event ends on the 19th, so it's actually going past that. And it's called a Rush of Blood. 7 stars, and you fight 2 Odogaron in the arena, which is those 2 red dog looking things. And it's pretty fun. They actually put some work into the quest. There's Mega Man music that plays when you start, and like once you wake, you alert the bosses. A new remix of boss music plays. Like it's a lot of work that you just wouldn't expect anybody to put in, and I think that's one of the things that people didn't get to experience by not playing too much of the past Nintendo only Monster Hunters. Is that they made sure, especially for the handheld ones, that they put a lot of like small details and love into the event stuff. So hopefully people are happy with it. You get armor for your Palico, which is the cat, and you basically turn into a 3D 2D Mega Man. So it's your cat turns into pixels that look like Mega Man, but it's 3D. So
nice.
It's pretty cool. It's a lot of work done. It's free, so if you have the game, you can just do that a few times to get it. Good on them. I'm liking the direction they're going with this stuff. Like it's mirroring the 3DS ones, and they put a lot of content. Like if I would just slap the list of all the free shit they put in that game, it's a lot. So yeah. And I'll make sure to put that in the show notes.
Oh, that's good.
So watch out for Mega Man. He's making a comeback.
Nice. That's cool. Like, yeah, finally.
Yeah, that canceled that Mega Man World game, and there was like nothing happening too much with that. So people were like, "Is Mega Man actually dead?" Remember, there was a big thing when they canceled Mega Man Legends 3. That put a lot of people off of Capcom too. So
yeah.
So I'm glad to see they're back on good terms with the character that they created. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't create it, but
No,
someone created it.
Capcom owns it. Capcom owns it. They
Capcom owns it.
Inafune can't take it with him because you see what he did. He left and made Mighty Number 9. So
I don't want to talk about that.
he does not own him and Mega Man. They gotta take a break. Take a break. So good to see him in good form.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a Devil May Cry one though. I'm just saying. Can't wait for that.
So we got updates. We got a review for God of War. God of War is getting like crazy reviews right now.
I see. Dudes is like, yo, son, I'm about to pick that up. Yo, it's 10s everywhere. It's 9s and 10s everywhere. I'm like, oh shit.
I probably won't touch it until it's cheap.
I can't play it because April is Yakuza month because Yakuza 6 is coming out the
Are you
same
getting
day.
the collectors?
Nah, I wanted to, but the money's tight. It ain't happening.
Makes sense.
It ain't happening. But
the collectors is pretty cool.
it's actually amazing. It's something I would use. Those whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
Those shits are dope. They got nice etching on them and everything. They come in a nice box to keep it safe. They got coasters. Like it's a very adult collector's edition.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it. I already saw a review of the collector's edition, so I saw it. So I know it's dope. But yeah, I'm hyped on that.
Yeah.
But I hope God of War really is good. I hope it. Listen, I never played 3 on. I played 1 and 2. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan, but like any franchise that goes out in this long, like I don't want to see it have bad games.
Yeah.
You know, so good on it. Good on it.
You got the Spyro collection coming.
Mm-hmm. Happy to see that.
I'm happy to see that too, because I'll be honest with you, I've never played a Spyro game.
Oh, really? Like they're simple, but then again, it was early PS1 when it came out, you know.
Yeah.
And they were also very child friendly, and the marketing for Spyro, I remember, was like it wasn't really kid friendly because they kind of like made fun of that in the thing because you always burn somebody, which I always thought was funny.
Yeah.
But like they were actually pretty fun. They were pretty fun. It was simple though.
I have never played a Spyro game, so I'm actually looking forward to like the collection that's coming.
They were good too.
And I'll actually go through them. I actually will do but Spider-Man. I already pre-ordered the collector's edition.
Nice.
I made sure I had that. They announced one of the costumes, the Iron Spider. They actually showed it in gameplay. Actually,
is it the movie version or the original?
Yeah, the movie version.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, 'cause I think it releases when it comes. They will release the full trailer with the costume and all that shit probably around that time.
Okay.
But they did show the costume out. I heard Noir might be the third one.
Yeah, I did just see that. Well, I saw the figure.
And then recently. I also heard between it's called Spider, Venom, and the Noir, and then Miles.
Okay. So, I mean, any of those they pick are fine. I always like the black costume, but listen, pick whatever you want.
I always stick with the main game costume wise because the game was better with that costume. Hopefully they did enough to make the costume really stand out with them.
Well, you remember there was some bad Spider-Man games too, so because I remember like Web of Shadows was fun, but like it wasn't great. But like that was like the last one I remember playing that was like, okay, I can play this.
Yeah. And
this is okay, but like Shattered Dimensions was too short of the good section, and then they tried to make another one after that, and it was like the whole thing was overdone because then they wanted you to play more of Spider-Man 2099. It was like, oh, you realize maybe we had enough.
I love Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, see, like
I love Shattered Dimensions so much.
It had like a good mix.
Yeah. I was hoping for a sequel of that and to add more different dimensions of Spider-Man. Maybe we got like Spider-Ham.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff to pull from.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, not all. You try to think of the other Spider-Man games, and you like the movie ones were bad. Like Spider-Man 3, bad. That game was bad. I remember buying that full price. Awful. Spider-Man 1, the movie game, terrible.
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man game was pretty bad. Part 2 was pretty bad as well.
Gotcha. Ultimate Spider-Man was good. The original one, the old one.
The shell shade one, yeah.
And Spider-Man 2 was okay, but if you go back and play it for a game, it's not that great, dude. It feels fun to play, yes, but as a game, it's very repetitive. My balloon! That shit gets old real quick. So,
yeah.
Like, if I had to think of what was the actual best Spider-Man game, it might be Ultimate Spider-Man. Or my favorite might be Spider-Man for PS1 because I really like that.
Actually, I liked the Dreamcast version better.
The Dreamcast version was actually better. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Because you actually had the webs on the suit.
They did, and they worked on the faces. Remember what Black Cat's face looked like on PS1?
Yes. Spider-Man on the Dreamcast was my favorite game.
Yeah, that's probably the best Spider-Man game.
And you had the crazy song.
And you had the what if mode too.
Yeah, the what if mode was hilarious. You see like Ghost Rider driving down the fucking buildings and everything.
And you had Bruce Campbell as the narrator.
Yeah.
And you had Stan Lee just chiming in every once in a while for some of the stuff. Like, yeah, that game was good. That game was dope.
Bruce Campbell did the movie.
No, he's in. Oh, I think he did what if mode only.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's not the default one for the regular game. Okay. But no, he's in it because I was watching a recent. Shouts to Matt McMuscles because he puts up like the old Spider-Man games. Like and so that's how you get to see with a fresh pair of eyes. I recommend it. Like that's the name of his channel, Matt McMuscles. He's from the Super Best Friends.
Okay.
And he has a side channel where he goes through a bunch of like his favorite stuff, and also he takes a retrospective to see, like I'm saying, of hey man, I remember I liked this when I was young. Is it still good? Nope. So there's a lot of that stuff. You go back and look. Some things they a little bit different than you remember. So like I recommend. Although I still say I recommend that Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
You can find Spider-Man for Dreamcast. Get it.
I agree with you. I can't wait for the new one though. September 7th couldn't get here soon enough.
And that is by Insomniac, and they have an amazing pedigree.
Yes.
They know how to do open world adventure type of games, action adventure, jumping, swinging, sliding, grinding. They got it. They got it all down. So
it's gonna be good.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wrap this one up. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
This has been another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I have been Louis Beans, and I've been here with Merc with the mic.
Yeah, buddy.
Catch us on all our social media and our YouTubes. YouTube/RedCycloneInc is mine, so you can catch all my playthroughs, and this podcast will go up there. YouTube/Merc with the mic, you will get all of his playthroughs. You will get all of his amazing Far Cry adventures because Far Cry 5 is hilarious.
Yeah.
The random stuff that goes down. You can see him hate airplanes. You can see him shoot up cult members. You can see him fight with a stealth cougar pretty soon.
Yes.
Stealth cougar is on your side.
Peaches.
Her
name is Peaches. She's a one-eyed cougar.
She's gonna get you.
Yeah.
She's gonna get you if you ain't looking. We did the Wrestling Babble. That's also going to go up on his channel, and it's going to go up on SoundCloud. And that's at Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud.
Yes.
You can also catch our podcast there. RedCycloneInc on SoundCloud. We're going to always repost his stuff. So make sure you subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, WordPress.
That's what we got.
Yeah. Oh, Facebook. This is true. We got all that stuff. So again, give us some feedback. Make sure you check in every week for the It Gets Better I Swear podcast.
Next week. All right. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.